Okay, so welcome back. In the last video, we went through the process of creating a folder for our child theme. We called it 2012 Child. We also created a blank style sheet. We called it style.css. And then we went in and we cut and pasted just some generic kind of boilerplate text, and this is the basic text that has to be included inside our style sheet in order for it to be recognized as a child theme. So now what we're going to do is we're going to walk through this line by line so that you understand what each line is doing and you know what you have to do, what you have to actually replace in here to customize your particular style sheet so that it works accordingly. Now the first thing you might notice here is that all of this is commented out, okay? And if you remember your CSS, this particular, the slash asterisk and then the asterisk slash at the end here is just a method by which we can comment out text in a CSS style sheet so that it is not read by the web browser. However, this is read by WordPress, and WordPress does require this. This is the information, okay, that if we go back to WordPress here, this is the information that's going to show up here when you read the name of the theme right there, as well as when you click on theme details and you read through all of this information over here. So let's go ahead and start customizing this. The first one, line 2, which is theme name, is going to be the name of your child theme. The popular convention is just to call it the name of the parent theme and then add the word child at the end. So in this case, I'm going to follow convention. I'm going to say 2012, and then it's called 2012 Child, so that looks good. In all honesty, you can call this anything you want, but I'm just going to follow convention. Next is our description, and this is the descriptive text that shows up right here. So you could call this, you know, let's say we just write a very basic description like this is a child theme based on the 2012 theme. And then maybe we want to add a little bit more information there, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to leave it blank for now, okay? But you could add anything you wanted to. Maybe you have some ideas. You have a very clear idea in mind of the functionality or the layout changes that you want to make or the style changes you want to make. You want to kind of write a little description there. That's perfectly fine. Author, line 4 here, which is author. This is your name or your handle, your nickname if you want. This is because you want to take credit for this particular theme, for the child theme that you've created. So I'm going to go ahead and write my handle, which is RoboBunnyAttack. And then if you happen to have a website, especially if you're a web developer or you are, you know, looking to promote your services, you can certainly write it in here. So I'm going to put my website here, robobunnyattack.com. Okay. If you don't have a website, you can completely omit this line and there's no problem at all. The next line right here, line 6, is called template. And this is possibly the most important line on this page. This is what WordPress is going to use to determine, well, where do I get all kind of like the parent information, okay? Because it's going to rely on this parent information. And so what this is, it says parent theme folder. That is literally the name of the folder that your parent theme resides in. And in this case, because I've chosen 2012 as my parent, it's just going to be the words 2012, and I need to make sure that I copy this exactly the same. It has to be exactly the same format as the actual folder name right here. So in this case, no spaces, all lowercase. I pop that right in here. Template is 2012, and that is going to be what WordPress uses to actually kind of go, okay, I understand this is all based on here. So that's terrific. Version number is also optional. I like to have it in there. Maybe I'll just do version 1.0. We don't have to be too fancy. And then as I edit this, I might change the versions over time. Text domain, this is a bit obscure. You don't really have to have this. It's just considered good practice. What this does is this has to do with the internationalization of your theme's metadata. In other words, if WordPress wants, if you want to kind of have your theme data translated, having this correctly configured in this particular file means that it's going to increase the portability and it's going to of your theme, and it'll make your theme overall play better with any pre-existing WordPress tools. If you're not sure what that means, don't worry about it too much. All you need to do here is just put the name or the slug, your child theme folder. In this case, it's pretty straightforward, right? We just called it 2012 child with a dash in between. I'm going to copy that exactly the same way right there, okay? Again, if you're not, this could be omitted, okay? But I'm just going to put it in there as good practice. So we've updated all this information now for line 11, and this, you'll notice that this is not commented out. This is part of the CSS, and this is a special command that is telling the browser to go and import a pre-existing style sheet. Okay, and what we want the browser to do, because we don't want to lose all the styles that are already written in 2012. We want to load those first, okay, so that we don't have to rewrite all of those. So we're basically saying, okay, go to the correct folder and go find that style sheet and load that first. And then we're going to write all of our custom themes afterwards here, or our custom styles after here. So right here, obviously what we need to do though is we need to replace this part, parent theme folder, we need to replace that with the name of the actual theme, the parent theme, which in this case is, remember, 2012. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to replace that with there. This is very important. If you don't have this pointed to the right direction or the right location, it's not going to be able to import those styles. Okay, so you need to make very sure that this is accurate and that this is accurate. This will be the same thing, template and there, okay? So at import URL, and then make sure that this is written exactly the same way. This is super, super important. Take your time doing this. This is why I like to have, we take a quick look here. Actually, I'll just minimize this. I like to have stored somewhere on my computer this sample code, because that way I've already have this written. I just copy all of this and then I just replace the uppercase stuff, and then it just makes it really simple for me to be able to make child themes on the fly. So I recommend that you have this file for yourself stored somewhere safely on your computer so that you can do the same thing, cut and paste, and then avoid any errors, any typographic errors. Okay, so we've made all of these customizations. Okay, let's actually go ahead and save that. All right, and technically we're done creating the actual child theme. Now we haven't activated yet, and we haven't actually tested it out, and we haven't actually added any customizations to the actual theme yet, but we have built the entire structure that is required for our child theme. Let's go back to the CyberDuck right over here. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to refresh that, and sure enough, there we go. So it's ready to go. And in the next video, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to activate your child theme and how to go about testing it as well too. So I'll see you then.